I'm going to share today the psychological tricks that the top educators employ to make any lady like you. These are effective strategies that will hasten the process of a woman falling in love with you. Let's get started. The first trick, #1 grin. Sometimes a simple grin is all it takes to make a good impression on a girl. According to a study from the University of Clare Conway in the UK, people who smile and make direct eye contact during a first encounter are seen as more attractive and interesting. The subjects reported feeling more at ease around happy, confident faces. So I advise you to smile a little before approaching a girl, because her brain will perceive you as someone friendly, attractive, and positive. Watch the video through to the end, because I'll reveal the FBI's go-to tactic for easily seducing anyone in the second trick. Number 2, mention her name. The most crucial word in our ears is her name. If you ask a woman for her name and then say it at least 3 times during your conversation, you'll notice that she may feel a little nervous because mentioning her name makes her feel special and valuable. According to some experts, calling someone by their name makes them feel valued and special, which makes it easier to establish a deeper connection between you and that person. Whenever you mention a girl's name, her brain focuses on you as if you were manipulating her with just one word. The chameleon effect is a psychological phenomena that states that we have a tendency to unconsciously imitate the person we are engaging with, especially if we like them. #3 mimics her gestures. When you speak to a female you want to impress, subtly mimicking her gestures and voice tone can influence her to like you, since it signals to her that you are similar or share a lot of things. Gently mimic her movements. For instance, if she looks down and then back up, pause for a second and repeat #4. If you want to impress a woman, show her that you genuinely care about what she is saying by looking into her eyes or at her forehead while she speaks. It doesn't matter if you can hear her perfectly or if you're very close to her. If you don't look into her eyes, she might assume you don't appreciate what she is saying. Having eye contact not only builds trust, but also creates a deeper connection with someone by having her brain perceive you as familiar, according to a psychological phenomenon known as the gaze effect. Number of tricks. #5. Talk about things that fascinate her. According to Maria Monor's Book of Man Formation, there is no subject more fascinating than one that someone likes. In order to impress a girl, people usually take the time to listen to them talk about their favorite subjects. If at all feasible, find out what she is enthusiastic about ahead. Ask in the comments how to figure out what a girl is interested in if you're not sure how to proceed. Trick number 6. Request a modest favor as the 6th trick. Ask for small favors to change how a woman perceives you. For instance, if you know the woman well enough, say something like, "Maria, please tell me what time it is," or "Could you lend me a pencil?" If you don't know her yet, say something like, "Excuse me, miss, could you help me find this address?" We love being the center of attention. This psychological effect is known as the Benjamin Franklin effect, and it states that people tend to like those they do favors for, even if they weren't initially liked. According to studies, we would rather talk about ourselves than listen to others. The best conversations center on her because when someone talks about themselves, it triggers reward systems in their brain that make them feel good. Therefore, let her talk as much as she wants to feel good, and not perceive you as uninteresting, but rather as someone who is discussing fascinating subjects with her trick number. The 8th trick is to compliment her. According to a Pennsylvania university, compliments have an intriguing psychological impact on people's thoughts. According to a study, compliments are beneficial to both the giver and the recipient. However, 2 other findings were also found. First, we hesitate because we don't know what other people think of us, and second, we become dependent on them when we receive them frequently. This means that if you compliment a girl enough, it can make her dependent on you. If you want her to like you while becoming addicted to your compliments, think of things about her that are true, so your compliments come from sincere observations about who she is. The 9th trick is to improve your communication skills. To impress people, especially women, we need to work on aspects that directly affect our communication. Most men don't listen to their voice when they speak or pay attention to their body language, which makes them less interesting to women because studies show that we communicate 70% of the time through body language and only 30% verbally. Start with your body language. If you want women to trust you and approach you more readily, keep your stance open. Your arms should be shoulder-width apart. Stand tall, keep your shoulders loose, and raise your head high enough to make it easy to look ahead. You'll be surprised at the influence these small body language adjustments have when speaking with women. Relax your facial muscles and keep a small smile on your face. At its best, trick number 10 leaves trick #10. After using all of these strategies effectively, it might seem like everything went smoothly, but later on you might notice she's losing interest once more. What went wrong? The mistake is in the daily conversations you have with this girl. The brain retains a lot of information about how interesting those conversations were, but it also notably draws conclusions about how good or satisfying those conversations were based on the feelings experienced during farewells. When talking to women you want to impress, ask them about their interests, make them laugh, and when you sense excitement, leave at that moment. If the conversation feels a little monotonous and they decide to say goodbye at moments when little emotion was felt, their brains will conclude that you're not very interesting. Conversely, if they're talking about something really interesting for them and then part ways while emotions are running high, their brains will remember those interactions, positively associating fun, intelligent stimuli experienced through conversations. Subscribe to receive more advice like these tricks. The FBI seduction technique, as depicted in films, is trick #1111. The FBI agents have received extensive psychological training that allows them to infiltrate different activities and obtain information that is essential for operations. Mirroring tactics are one of these agents' frequently employed strategies, and we can use them to effectively entice ladies while obtaining useful information about desired preferences. This approach entails modifying posture, body language, and voice tone to speak to women while adding a new component. The repetition of her final 3 words, for example, if you ask Maria how men appeal to her and she replies, "I like the Hess," to subtly extract further information. Then, you emphasize those final 3 words, repeating back "honest," while slightly raising your pitch. This will make her feel appreciated for her opinions, and then go into detail about why honesty appeals to men. I appreciate that you watched the video. Till the finish, I hope you found this video entertaining and, more importantly, helpful. If so, please show your support by liking and subscribing to our channel. I hope to see you in the future video.